No, I was
Oh
telling
God.
Grace before we got on here, this is a very full circle moment for me because I grew up in this really small town in Illinois, and you were the first celebrity that I ever met at a convention in Chicago when I was in like the eighth grade. My dad took me up to
What?
Chicago, and here, let me turn my blur off so you can. Here is our photo together.
Oh man, I remember that shirt and I remember that hairstyle. I was what? I
And
remember that. I'm
and
like,
I
I
just
don't remember you,
No, I was gonna
loser, but
say
I
how many
remember that
people you
shirt.
meet. No, I remember I like had never seen like a celebrity outside of my TV, and I got so nervous when I got up there that all I said I was like, "I love Buffy," and then just kind of walked away. So I was like,
Oh
I
my
love
when
God,
we
me
Buffy.
started this
Bye.
too.
podcast, I was like, one day we're gonna get Emma on here, and I'm gonna make up for that
Can you
moment.
send that photo somewhere?
Yeah,
Can you send it to my
we can
manager?
send it to yeah for
Yeah.
sure. We are honored that you took the time to
Yes.
be with us today.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We pretty much we just love to dive into like the shows and movies that we loved growing up from the 90s, 2000s. And before we get
Me
into
too.
like
Let's do it.
all the incredible work you've done, we'd love to know if you have any
I
favorite
mean,
90s
most
or
of it's
2000s.
mediocre. Let's be honest.
No, it is
No,
No, no,
incredible.
it's
like I've had
incredible.
some great stuff, but like I have had also, and I have, I've definitely been a part of some zeitgeisty pop culture stuff
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
and totally get that. Um, but like the things I'm really proud of, I don't know. They're they're small potatoes compared to the things that, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking. You go. Please, sorry. Sorry. I have a lot of what I call, hey, I have to pay my mortgage jobs. Do you know what I
Hey,
mean? Like, hey,
Girl, we all
we all
do.
have to do
it's
it.
like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Grace and I met, we were working at the Warner Brothers lot, and right before I got that
Oh,
job,
it's my favorite lot.
it's
Isn't
so
it the
good.
best?
It
It's
was
the
We
my favorite
were
best.
lot.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say we were
Yeah.
obviously, of course, gonna eventually talk about WandaVision and Agatha, but you were like one of the last shows that got to film on that Warner Brothers ranch.
Yeah,
It
the
like makes me
ranch.
so sad every time we drive by it and it's
Me
gone.
too.
It
Me
is just a
too.
giant industrial office building now.
It's
It's
awful.
awful. I
It's
used to
such a,
live right by it. And when they were demolishing it, it was awful to watch. It's so sad.
it's very much like a microcosm of the city in
Yeah.
general,
Hmm.
California, or just the world. It's all very like
Hmm.
we're just a bunch of warehouses. Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's sad. Don't no, don't get me going down that path. It'll become
Okay,
a
moving
very
on. Did
dark
you?
political like podcast. Don't just be
Well, that's
light
why
talk about clothes.
that's why we're here, Emma. We're going to take your mind back to the 90s and 2000s. David and I just
Great.
pretty much pay no
We
attention to
peaked
what's going
then.
We
on.
peaked. We really
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
We
We
really did. Society peaked fully.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I mean,
Uh-huh.
not necessarily maybe for social justice rights across the
hmm
board, but as a, I think collectively as what humans could like be like, yeah, let's aspire to this. I feel like, there was the feminism was going on. There was definitely like there was just reckonings happening.
Yeah.
Um and music and art and just
Hmm.
hmm
like the internet was like cool but not gross like it
Yeah.
is
Yes.
today. There was no like toxic social media. You could
Mm-mm.
still be like online but be anonymous.
Yeah.
I feel like that was when we really, we we had it going on.
Yeah.
hmm
We just had our razors. We didn't have a full iPhone in our pocket.
No.
Yeah, yeah, I had a BlackBerry.
Oh,
hmm
And well, yeah, I mean, like the flip phones, like, come on.
Oh,
There's something so satisfying
there
about
was
just being like,
nothing better than
oh
send
my
ripping it
me,
God.
open.
No.
like, I'm done. Click,
People
Click.
are bringing them back a little bit.
No, it's so smart. And, I've been reading a lot of articles lately about parents now giving I don't know what generation they are. I mean,
I know. I can't.
I don't know if it's still Gen Z, but kids who still live with their parents, like, so middle school, teenage years, like getting actual landlines
hmm
with like the cordless phone and all that. And I'm like, that
Oh,
is so ideal, especially for the ADD
yeah.
crowd, or it was kind of all of us at this point, because we're all just like constantly inundated with stuff,
Yeah.
and like to just be able to wrap your finger around the cord,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
like that sort of sensory calming input,
Yeah.
and also kind of Machiavellian, like, bitch, did you hear? And you're like twisting on the
Mhm.
cord.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, my mom can hear.
Yeah.
Then you gotta like go, whatever.
Oh, and like the three-way calls on there, the like beep for
The
call
Oh my
beep.
God.
waiting.
Yeah.
Call
Uh,
waiting. Oh my
call
God.
waiting. I
It's
know.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good. My daughter will never get a I mean, maybe she can be 18. She gets one of those smartphones. I'm like,
There we go.
I'm gonna give you literally a phone that can take
Yeah.
some pictures.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
That's all
all
you
you're gonna get.
need. Do you have any favorite like 90s shows though that you liked watching?
Oh, X-Files.
Oh,
Oh. Mhm.
Period. Period. I know. I went on. I went on the X-File. I forgot the name of it. It's horrible.
oh yeah, the Kumail Nanjiani, the X-File.
Mangianti, yes, thank
Yeah.
you. So he was like, "Hey, which one do you want to do?" I'm like, "I can do any of them." But we did ice, and we did another one, and I was like, "I could literally teach a. I think I'm confident enough with my knowledge on this and how
Uh-huh.
brilliant it is to teach a class." Like our level of love for Chris Carter and Duchovny and Gillian Anderson and oh my God, Gordon, and it's just everybody who was involved in that. That's definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
Also, like a Next Generation.
Okay.
Those are absolutely
Those are the peak.
those are my happy place shows.
That's the best feeling too, just having a show that you can rewatch over and over and like
Over
never get
again.
tired of it.
Never get
Mhm.
tired. And it's so like, well, the X-Files anyway, like so much of that was all supposed to be like he's being so paranoid. And that was like all true. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so much of it, you're like, dang, that's like not even far-fetched now.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Literally.
Yeah, when
Like
you watch
things are
things.
like it's so messed up. Like the government, why he's so paranoid is like that's like the hell.
Well,
It's mhm.
yeah.
I know
Yeah,
they were on to something.
they were so on something. It was misinformation. The government gave
Yes.
them all that information.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's it's a little
yeah,
scary, but also
yeah.
entertaining.
It is. Yeah, that's scary. Anyway, I'm choosing not to think about it right
Yeah,
now.
we're not gonna think about
We'll go
it.
back.
Go back to
Um,
Pivoting.
fashion.
We're
we're
pivoting.
back to
Back to
fashion.
Go
fashion
back to
as always.
fashion.
Did you know like from a really early age that you wanted to be an actress? Like, is it something that's just always been there for you? No.
No.
Because your mom was a singer, right? Or is a singer?
She was a professional singer. She was signed. I I believe she was signed with Capitol.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but it was Capitol or one of them anyway. She had this, and I have these old recordings, demos of her
Hmm.
with the band, and they're fire. I mean, they're straight fire. They're so cool, and she was like, "No, I'm gonna not do that."
Okay.
I don't know. And I was like, okay, that's your choice.
There we go.
Don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. What do
She's
we do
like, no,
now?
I'm like, we'll just leave that for a different segment. She's like, I'm gonna be a mom. And we're like, okay. I'm not, different, different times, different choices. I don't know. Anyway,
Mhm.
so I would definitely say anything sort of artistic, uh, or even creative or whatever, I guess that broad umbrella.
Hmm.
I would say I got from my mom,
Okay.
Mhm.
my mom's side, her DNA, and then my dad. The Yeah, but you need your degree.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. The lover of quiet moments, the lover
Mhm.
of having a stack of books next to you and
Hmm.
reading everything, of like a voracious reader, like an insatiable appetite to just know as much as humanly possible. We
Mhm.
didn't definitely did not agree politically,
Okay.
a lot of the time, but we both had a really messed up sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that, like regardless, like we could laugh at absolutely the same stuff, whether it's,
Mhm.
Even if he's like, I really believed in Reaganomics. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
He's like, but he will be like losing his mind over Dave Chappelle, losing his mind over
Mm-hmm.
Jon Stewart, watching him every night, being like, he was never precious about his wherever he wherever he fell, he was willing to either skewer that same position
Hmm.
and look for holes in it and want the holes and 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 embrace whatever else, like make a good point and stand by it. Like give me an opinion, give me a well-informed position on something and I will listen to you and please change my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
that I definitely got from my dad. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can, be like, I have made up my mind. I
Hmm.
think it's like this, but please try to change
Yeah,
my mind.
try me.
Mm-hmm.
Try me, come for me,
Yeah.
please. Give me, not fight me, just come for me with a methodically laid out, you know, like give me a position paper. Let me
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
see.
It's an
Like
extremely healthy position to have, to not
Mm-hmm.
just
it's a
be
scary one
closed
to
off.
have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that's a popular position necessarily.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a very super conservative San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
Republican all the way back when Republicans were completely different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
we
different,
remember.
right? Like super different. Like they mutated from even like the Lincoln era to
Hmm.
to eight, I mean, obviously there was many, 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 many. There was hundreds of years from whatever, like,
Yeah.
from that to that. But all parties seem to mutate and it's fine. Um, but like my favorite teachers, one was a open card carrying communist. She was absolutely amazing.
Uh-huh.
And my other one was a pot smoking English teacher who came to school with purple glasses and gave you the most mind blowing, like, moments where you're like, we're reading the Divine Comedy,
Uh-huh.
we're reading, like, there's really nothing quite like having somebody go through Dante's Divine Comedy. Like, obviously, that would take like a full year. Like, people do that in college, but like we did like bits of Inferno, bits
Hmm.
of Purgatorio, bits of Paradiso, but someone who's like wearing his purple glasses, just like taking you through the trip of the human existence, and
Mm-hmm.
then meeting that the next period with, okay, so capitalism is evil, and here's,
Just,
okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna
Complete.
walk you through your politics, but through my point of view, and then
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
going to another professor who's voting for Reagan, or teachers, like it was. I was very blessed with my experience. This again has nothing to do with '90s, so I'm
That's
just gonna
fine.
I mean,
stop. But
it's okay.
Hey, we
it
all
did.
went.
It definitely informed my taste. I would
Yeah.
say it for sure informed my taste in everything
Yeah.
from 14 on, to this day, like having those early experiences and being like, what am I
Sure.
seeking out in art? What am I seeking out in music? What am I seeking out even in fashion? Like, what am I seeking out?
Music, especially.
Music, especially.
Yeah.
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 Like was
Yeah.
is still influential, but music
Mhm.
has a really unique way. Like we love all the old shows and movies, but sometimes they were just 90s shows and movies that were colorful and poppy and whatever, but music
Sure.
really has more soul to it and I feel like tells stories really well, especially in political climates.
Oh, for
Can help.
sure. One of
Not
my
to go back to it, sorry, I just went back
no,
to
no, but it's
it.
so true. It's like, what was going on in the night, like what albums were really shaping me in the 90s? I mean, early 90s obviously was like a grunge movement, so you had Nirvana and Pearl Jam and
Oh
Soundgarden, you
yeah.
had Alice in Chains, and then you had other stuff like PJ Harvey, and you had garage, and you had, then you also kind of then moved into like Lilith Fair territory. You had the best hip hop, the
Mm,
best. Those
yeah.
are like early, like rap and hip hop, definitely early mid '90s were at
Yeah.
a, at like a,
Before auto tune came
before,
around.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so
things were just
authentic.
really raw. Everything
Yeah.
was raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, or like, alternative, I don't know, you had like Nine Inch Nails going, um, you had U2 going darker. Later 90s, you had Radiohead.
Hmm.
Um, there was definitely not so dissimilar to like happy 80s music to 90s, hey, we're going to get real,
Hmm.
much like the 60s with 50s gum pop, although I don't think 80s had a lot of I mean 80s did have its gum pop, but 80s also had a lot of like just damn good
Oh,
music.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like for real, melodic, beautiful, just really cool music. But the 90s definitely like matched, they were like, nope, we're gonna go dark and
Yeah,
grunge and
exactly.
dirty, and we're gonna wear plaid for a week and dirty
It's so
boots.
true.
Like,
Dirty
hey,
boots.
everything is not great. There's a recession, you know? Um, I loved it. I was there for all of it. I loved it.
I mean, I feel like Friends is like one of the most classic
Oh, friends. Yeah.
90s, early 2000 shows. And there's
Yeah.
that one episode where Joey is like trying to do a scene and he realizes if he has to pee, he's going to do it so well. And I think of you every single time because I watched your clip talking about
Oh,
that scene from The Body where you just had to go to the bathroom.
Goes so
And I just
bad.
always think of you anytime I watch that Friends episode.
dude, it's so true. I was like, oh my God, it's sad. Like I'm so glad no one's shooting me from like this side because like everything was just I was like I'm pregnant with my
That's the
bladder is
Oh
worst
my
so
God,
feeling,
I'm
too.
uncomfortable.
I was like, oh
I
my God, I was
can't.
so uncomfortable. It was like again. I'm like, ah, okay.
Speaking of crying, and you're like doing this beautiful performance that's like probably a fan favorite of the
It
entire
is.
7 seasons,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
all you have
no,
to do is go to the
lateral.
bathroom.
You're
It
like, what were
maybe
you
helped with like the
thinking?
pain,
Yeah.
with
Like,
them
oh,
crying because
honey,
I'm in pain.
I wish I could tell you I was drawing from something in my life, or no, I was just in so much physical pain.
Oh,
That's all. I'm like, God
God.
damn it, I'm keeping everybody from food. Like, I'm
Oh,
keeping
mm.
everyone in their lunch. I'm like, oh, this crew has been here since 5 a.m. That
oh
is,
my gosh. Yeah,
yeah.
that part sounds stressful.
Right. Like being
Hey,
the
but it
one.
works,
It
what
worked. It
else?
is, I mean, an
It's an
incredible scene.
iconic.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. I
Of
appreciate that.
course.
Yeah.
And then we'd love to ask about one of your first TV shows. So we're going back to the beginning. You were
Oh
in
my God, which piece of trash?
which
No,
Okay,
seriously.
so we were
Was
gonna
it
say
was it
mhm.
Renegade, Silk Stockings, Weird Science, Saved by the
Ooh.
Bell,
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell?
Wait, I want to know about
Sad
weird
part.
stockings.
No, it was called Silk Stockings.
Oh,
It
I
was the
thought you said
worst.
weird stockings. I was
Weird
like, that's what somebody
Science.
called some.
There
Weird
was there was
Science.
yeah,
Oh,
there was like pre 90210 a bunch of absolute trash guest stars. That's like I was like had done nothing. I did another show for Spelling called Burke's Law, which is how I was on his radar for 90210.
Oh,
And I
mm,
was like 20. I don't even know. The first job I got when I was 19. I dropped out of college to do this big
okay.
fucking mistake. I wish I never did that. The
Mm.
biggest mistake of my life.
what were you going to college for originally?
Psychology,
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
specifically child psychology.
Oh,
Okay.
I
nice.
was really at that's where I mean I was always like circling back to your initial question. I was always like a drama geek. I mean, I don't know that I was
Mm.
that good at it, but like I liked it and it gave me an
Hmm.
excuse to be like kind of weird and express myself.
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some headshots and maybe like after college, I'll, I'll be an actress and oh, it'd be so great to be an actress. Like, I don't even, when I was saying it, I don't, I don't believe I even knew what the hell that meant. Like what that
Hmm.
actually
Sure.
meant. Do you know? I just thought it was a world and it was a way into a different world, which I was very interested in exploring, which is
Hmm.
not so odd that I would choose to explore the psyche of other people's minds.
Hmm.
Like what makes you tick? Like,
Hmm.
why are you doing those things? Why I'm willing to listen to other people so much? Like, why do you think that way? That's so interesting. Like,
Hmm.
are you just wired that
Yeah.
way?
Like, is it just, yeah,
Is it
nature
just
versus
you?
nurture?
Yeah,
Hmm.
what formative events helped make you you? You know, that kind of
Mm.
stuff. Um, anyway, yeah, I dropped out like an asshole. And I really wish I hadn't. It was so dumb. But anyway, I did like a series, like that's what I was being sent out on. It wasn't like I was being sent out for like great movies or anything. I was being sent
Hmm.
out on, I don't even remember who the agent was or anybody at the time, but it was like I was booking all this basic trash. I was like, okay, so when 902, I liked 90210. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And then like that was like my
That was the
first,
extent of it.
that was it. That was like my first that was my first like, oh, like I have people outside restaurants asking me to
Hmm.
sign stuff, or
Knowing who you
paparazzi
are.
It was
going,
a
can you
huge
sign this?
show.
I was like, what? Like, I had no idea. I was like, am I supposed to talk to you? Am I supposed to be nice? Am I supposed to sign all these photos? Am I supposed to walk away and be cool? Like, no one,
Yeah, there's no guidebook for you for
Yeah.
that.
no, there was no one. I wish that I had somebody who was around even just a few years to be like, oh no, girl, this is what you do.
Hmm.
This is what
Yeah.
you do. You have a vibe, you have a look, smile, the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
that's what you do, you know? So I was like, but back to Saved by the Bell, sad card. Yeah, I kissed Screech. Okay. I remember exactly that cute 90s outfit. I had like a little sheer top, like a little cap sleeve. It was black, and I had like a spaghetti strap floral dress. My hair was absolute trash. It was chopped in the worst, like thick bob, like you never want to be laid in your life. You just literally want to just like join a nunnery. Like, who are
Nunnery.
you? Like,
But you got
why?
to kiss Screech.
You
And I
did.
just screeched in my nunnery outfit and with my nunnery hair and my unplucked brows. And I'm like, please, where is my ally? Where is my friend? Where's my
Uh-huh.
slightly older friend who's there to be like, okay, we're gonna go shopping and we're gonna go like 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 what is that show called? Like, oh my god, with the Fab
Oh,
Five,
Queer
but I'm
Eye?
straight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Queer
it's
Eye.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
honey,
Where were your Fab
honey,
Five at the
why
time?
you're so Republican? Like, no offense to Republicans, but like you gotta like if you want to be this like restricted, you gotta at least be like you gotta look comfortable being restricted. Oh my god, I was such a nerd dork loser. I can't believe I even got hired.
It got you to where you
It
were,
it
though.
worked. It worked
Oh
for
my
you.
god. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. But then, bless Jason Priestley, because like I never swore. Like, I mean, like I came from San Diego clutch your pearls shit, right? So Jason was like, every other word was fuck. Every other word, fuck this, fucking A, fuck you, like everything. And at first I was like, oh my God, and he's so cute, right? He's so
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
dreamy.
Oh
He
yeah.
and Luke were just like, oh, they're so dreamy. Bless Luke. Oh, I mean, like the kindest soul you've ever met. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I eventually it slipped in subtly to my vernacular, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and now it's I have to I have to. You
It's
said it
complete
again.
opposite.
How many times have I said it this interview? It's so bad. I'm so
It's fine.
sorry.
We don't have a rating. We're fine.
No, you're fine.
Three, three. It's the best. It's a verb, adjective, noun.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
It
adverb.
describes everything
It
you need
just,
it
yep,
to.
Yeah.
captures the moment.
It's a concrete noun. It's an
Yeah.
abstract noun. Yeah, it's probably a gerund if I think about it. Maybe it's a
Truly,
preposition. We don't know.
truly anything.
It's it.
Anything.
It's anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jason Priestley, we
Oh,
both grew up being obsessed with like the ABC Family, or I guess at the time it was Fox Family movies, and I Want to Marry
Oh
Ryan
yeah.
Banks. I loved that
I
movie so
know.
much.
Oh my
And what a
God.
cast.
What a cast. I
Jason
remember.
Priestley, Bradley Cooper.
I know. And
Such
like
a
Jay and
young
I,
Bradley Cooper.
such a young one. Jay and I were like, we just adored each other so much. So it was so nice to be able to like reconnect,
Yeah.
Because we just have such like a natural ease with one another. Like
Hmm.
that's just not fake chemistry. Like it was a genuine like, shut up, you weirdo. Like we just genuinely really like there was like a we just liked each other a lot.
Hmm.
And Cooper is just obviously charismatic and it was kind of wild because I mean he was just off Alias, I think. So it was like he hadn't done he hadn't done The Hangover. He
Hmm.
hadn't even done Failure to Launch. I don't think.
Oh
Like it was,
wow.
Mm.
it was very much in that little pocket. And he and I got along great. And I just my memories of that time were weirdly oddly that I was so unhappy actually
Hmm.
in real time in life, and I was surrounded by two people who were just the funniest human beings alive, and they just kept me laughing all
Oh.
the
Mm.
time. And I was so grateful for that. I was like, what else can help me out of this funk? Okay, I'm gonna eat a lot of salmon, and
Okay.
I'm because that
Oh,
apparently is like
wait,
the
yeah.
the omegas and all that for like
Oh.
your brain,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna laugh with these two. Um, and it was wild, and Canada because it's so pretty.
oh.
Um,
Hmm.
but that was wild because then I saw him years later, and I was like, we're like coming out of like the doctor's office. Like he was like, I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, but it was like an elevator situation. Like he was going in and I was coming out, and we're like, I'm like, all I could think to say was, this is how weird it was. I
Oh
was
boy.
like, you're like so famous. Oh my God. He's like, I know. And then the elevator door closed, and I was like,
And that was
well,
that.
And that was
that was
it.
that.
That was
That
it.
was my last time I've ever spoken to Bradley
Oh
Cooper.
my
I've never
God.
run into him at parties. We know we there are plenty of people that we know in common. I've never seen him
Oh,
again. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. You were just
that's
off Alias, wondering what to do. Yeah,
Look at him now.
look at him now.
were those made for TV movies? Were they like, did you only get to film it in like a month or was it a quick shoot for that? Do you remember?
Oh, God, maybe 3 weeks.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say, I feel
I
like
don't
gosh.
we
even
always hear
know.
those are so
Yeah, they
fast for
just
them.
crank them
That
out.
yeah, that was when they still kind of did those things. They don't
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
them. They don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
No,
They
especially
have
not
like
like that.
no,
If they
no.
try, they're so different.
There's no like there's no network. So maybe there's like a Netflix straight to Netflix like
That's true.
Hmm.
be real kind
Yeah,
of
Hmm.
there are
kind of,
definitely those types
like
of movies that go straight.
straight to like, hey, it's just streaming low key.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, that version or whatever. But again, like, I was trying to I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of a weirdo. So I don't tell
No.
anyone. So like,
It's
I
our
mean,
secret.
Yeah, this isn't
you
going
know,
anywhere just for the three of us to
I'm
listen
gonna
back
keep it.
to. It's
Yeah,
just
I'm
our
gonna
little
keep it down
moment.
low. Um, but I didn't have. There were definitely there were moments, there were choices, there were roles, and certain things that I was definitely presented with. Not like, I mean, there were definitely things I was offered that I didn't do, and there were things that I was in the mix for, and then there were other things like I was just an audition. That from the 90210, like from that moment on, um, that came my way periodically,
Hmm.
and I don't know. I made a lot of bad decisions. Let's just say I just made a lot of bad decisions, and also like there were things that ended up being very popular, but I was like, but I don't like this. I don't think
Hmm.
it's.
Mm.
I just don't think it's that good. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I had done a lot of sort of basic, grateful, grateful for
Yeah.
the bank account, grateful for exposure, all the stuff. But like I'd done a lot of just basic bitch work. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And I was like, I just want something weird. I want something like off the beaten path. I want something, whatever. And I just was never, it was never considered for those. No one sent me out for those. It was very much the, yeah.
Did you feel like you got to explore that a little bit when you did the horror movie Darkness Falls. Like, was that a
Oh,
moment?
oh, oh,
Darn.
dude. No, let me just tell you about that. And why are we not doing the sequel? Like, I am so wish we could do a sequel to that movie. I know I've trashed it publicly at every chance I could get, so maybe that's why.
It's such a cult classic
If
now, though.
anyone's
No, it's
Like,
listening
such
that
a
could
cult
make this
classic.
happen,
No,
Emma wants a
like
sequel.
I look, if I could get the rights to that, I would do it in a second. I uh there's so many different ways to do that sequel. It
mhm.
would just be so fun. But that was my first movie. Um and I was shooting Buffy and they're like, "Do you want to do this movie?" It's a big studio movie. I was like, "Oh God, sure." It was a first time director. He'd done like a short something. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." No name lead guy who of course got billing over me, whatever. Got
Classic.
got paid more than me,
Ugh.
classic. And I, literally had done nothing in his entire life. God bless his
Ugh.
soul. He's actually not alive
Oh,
anymore, but bless
Oh,
him. But that
yeah.
just is like say, like this is still kind of the environment, right? And I thought we were gonna do it was all like, hey, it's gonna be like the Sixth Sense. It's gonna be like this really cool dark thing. We shot at this really, arguably the creepiest place I've ever been to. It was a shut. It was a like boarded up, literal a sane asylum. They're like, no, it's not
Stop.
even a medical hospital. A sane asylum in Australia.
no.
At
And
least
we
got to go
shot.
to Australia.
That's a
Oh
fun
no,
part.
no, Australia was the best. Oh my God. We shot in Melbourne. I stayed at the Hotel Como, still the best hotel I've ever been at. Like it was just a it was just like a vital, awesome experience. So I was
Hmm.
living my best life. I'm like, I'm a lead of a movie. Whatever. What's
Yeah.
happening? I don't even know. Um, and it's like that we're not going to show the tooth fairy. Is there a tooth fairy? We don't know. Is the boy
Hmm.
crazy? Like there was so much going on,
Uh-huh.
There was a lot going on.
you know, and I was like, they're like, we're gonna put a wig on you to make it even more dreary. And I was like, okay. So I had like my this blonde,
Okay.
and I don't mean I think it looks pretty blonde too, although my roots need doing. Whatever. Hashtag not a real blonde.
Yeah.
So they're like gonna put on like this dark, like mousy dark wig.
Sorry.
And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so we shot this movie, and then it felt like we were shooting something really good at the time. And then I saw it and I was like, what the fuck has happened? I was like, it's barely even movie length. It's like an hour and 20 minutes.
It's
It's
I
like,
just
It
rewatched it
is,
last night.
yeah.
It's a short one.
yeah,
It's a quick
it's
watch.
such a short movie. And I was like, oh my God, because they had gone in and they had done we did a couple of different like pickups, reshoots, and then it was like, ooh, no, and then I heard rumblings like, oh, we're massive re-edit, we're reshooting a bunch of stuff, like there's a bunch of stuff happening. I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, so this is straight up, there's a tooth fairy now, like in a costume, like it's definitely there, like okay. Oh, okay. If I had known, I've been like, let me at least have my blonde hair. Let me
Yeah,
Hmm.
at
that's the
least,
least of everyone's
like,
Yeah.
concerns.
at least let me do it. Let me wear something low cut. Let me show the
Uh-huh.
boobs at least. Not like
Hmm.
literally, but like, let me
Yeah.
get the cleavage out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me like embrace this
Oh my God.
popcorn music video, basically. I was like, okay. And so, yeah, I was doing press for that and I was like, oh, it's really fun. But I get inside, I was like, again, I
Just
had no one to help me.
just dying
I
on
was
the
like,
inside.
I'm dying on the inside. I'm like, I'm never going to work again. I'm never going to work
This is
again.
the end.
This is the
It was
fucking end.
fun. It
The
was
reviews,
fun.
I think the reviews were like 15% on Rotten Tomatoes or something horrible. It
You
was
know,
Some
some
like,
of
of the
the best
best
movies
ones,
have
yeah, we're
awful.
saying it.
oh,
Some of the
dude.
best movies have a low score, so don't read
But
too much
no,
into it.
no, like I love a good bad movie.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I love a good bad movie. It's one of my favorite subgenres. But like this was It didn't even feel like it was like intentionally goofy bad. I felt like it was just like what happened, and I was so sad. So
Like, where did it go wrong? Where did
where,
we go wrong?
like, where, how we shot a 2.5 hour movie.
Where'd the other
Like,
half go?
where did it go?
Someone must
We
have
need
it
a director's
somewhere.
cut out
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Oh
I don't
my
think that's ever gonna
God.
happen. But
Well,
like,
fingers crossed for a
look,
sequel one day.
I
Hmm.
have been very vocal with my passionate, and it was so funny. I won't say who it is, but when I was talking to someone who was involved with that movie,
Hmm.
who could maybe help my cause to be like, we should maybe like do a sequel or something. They're
Hmm.
like, but you hate that movie. Like you hate it. You've literally said publicly how embarrassed you are. Why would you want to do it? And I'm like, because I feel like the source material is still so good. And like,
Yeah,
who wouldn't want it? Like everything's so meta now. I'm like, who wouldn't? I was like,
that's so true.
Hmm.
darkness falls harder. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still
It,
falling.
it's
Darkness is still falling.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Oh my
kid, the
God.
kid, my brother or cousin, nephew, I don't even know who he was in the film.
there was
Okay,
just
Uh-huh.
at this
some
point.
kid.
He was some kid I was responsible
Oh,
for.
I just rewatched. It was your brother.
Oh, he's my
He's
brother.
your brother.
Those are clearly from like a second marriage, which they never divulged. Right.
That's part
Like,
two.
yeah,
That's in the sequel. We'll find
that's in the
out.
sequel.
Yeah.
Um,
A whole
but
a
yeah,
whole
like
deep dive on
A
that.
deep
I'd be
dive.
like, okay, Lee Cormy,
Mhm.
let's see. Do you want to just show up? Like we go back to the town? I don't know. I just feel like
There's an audience for it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
there's definitely, and I don't know if it was me talking. I don't think it's my fault because I don't think even I wasn't that powerful. But like that movie was made for no money, and it was number one at the box office. It was a sizable return.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
excluding DVDs, excluding
Yeah, it
cold
made
status.
money.
That was money. That there was no streaming services then. That was like
Yeah.
Sure.
that's just. So it's like movies with half this have had sequels.
Yeah.
Hmm. Definitely.
Is it because I've literally trashed it in every place I
Am I the problem?
go? And it's me.
It's me. I'm the
I
problem.
am
It's
the
me.
problem. It's me. That's so embarrassing. But technically, that movie's not 90s. That's like 2004 or
That's
3.
true. We go to the
That's true.
2000s too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Okay.
stretch it a little bit,
Yeah, we stretch it.
especially
Um,
for things like Darkness Falls. We could not leave it out.
yeah.
Darkness Falls.
We
Oh,
had to
bless.
speak. We had to speak on it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I go to conventions sometimes, and there's a lot of love for Darkness
I
Falls.
bet.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's sweet.
Like we mentioned, like Buffy is, I think, still my favorite show to this day. I think that you are just the best character on it. Like the way that you played Anya with like funny, but you made her serious and trying to figure out the world. You just played her like so perfectly. It was
Thank you.
incredible.
Well, I had great
And like,
writers. I had amazing writers. So, and I had
sure,
yeah. I'm only as good as what's. I
as
mean,
what's
yeah, of course
on
I'm
the
fucking
page.
great.
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
let's not sell yourself short.
Yeah.
I won't sell myself short. But no, there were great writers.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I was devastated in the last episode when, spoiler alert, you die.
Hmm.
Is it true that it was originally your idea that you wanted Anya to die?
It was completely my idea. We had, as I remember it, so the contract for the series was up, and it was like, well, we might do. There's some talk about maybe an eighth season,
Mm.
maybe. Everything was up though, so if that was to go, everything would have been a brand new
Oh,
renegotiation or whatever.
Mm.
And I just felt I was good. I was like, I don't think I have any more of me, more of her in me.
hmm.
I feel like I've been doing this now for a while, and I felt like I had enough. Like that was like street cred, right? It was. That was the critics loved that show.
Hmm.
The fan, obviously there was a cult fan base going on, but again, this was like before there was social media and all that to
Sure.
really like gauge the meter on that. But like the critics were in love, and that matters.
Hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
obviously, if you're going to do something, is just not going to be it. You're not looking
Yeah,
for it, but when it happens, you're like, oh wow, this is really cool. And I mean, we thought it was great, but
sure.
if you don't know how it's going to be received, whatever. So it was very beloved, and that gave me something I hadn't had before. Instead of the sort of, hey,
Hmm.
be a girl, like just be a bitch,
Yeah.
be a pretty girl, be like whatever. I was like, if this is going to be a critically lauded show and I'm a part of that, then tangentially or subsequently I must be then considered critically acceptable,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
So somewhere in there I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe this will give me that opportunity to dive into the really experimental stuff that I want to do, whether
definitely.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
writing or producing something on my own, going into something that's just weird, like let me do something, or at least if it's, if it's blockbustery style, at least let it be like a Lost. Let it be
Hmm.
something that
Mhm.
is still like, what is that? But with 50 million people watching it,
Sure.
like
That would be
something that
good. Yeah.
will help propel me into the next step, either through indies or through mass appeal, but mass
Hmm.
and also in like that was a juggernaut of a show,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so yeah,
So you were ready to
blah
move
blah
on
blah.
after? Yeah.
I was just like, I'm ready to try.
If you got to pick how Anya died, would you have done it differently?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you
Quick
have like a
answer.
vision of like how you would have had her go out?
It's not so much that the sword or whatever it is that impaled her,
Hmm.
basically.
Mhm.
And if you consider it impaling, because it's kind of like
Impale, a cut. Yeah.
impale,
Mhm.
cut,
Slice.
slice. I think it was like, bye.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You know, that was sort of like, that's not what I meant by I can go. Do you know what I
Mhm.
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's not what I meant by you can kill me off. I did have, my motivation for that was, yes, I'm ready. I don't think I don't want to do I don't want to do an eighth season. I'm
Hmm.
okay. I want to do something else. But also like the death scene it would be poetic for somebody who
Yeah.
had been so selfish to full circle and die heroically
For the
for
yeah.
her friends and for humanity. I thought, well, that's very poignant, sad, but
Mhm.
poignant at least. And I was like, oh, okay, you just kind of leave me in a pile of bodies. That's fucked. But like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
whatevs.
It's what's
Like,
done is done.
it's
Yeah.
done. Like, it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, she dead. Like,
She's
okay,
yep.
there's no like
Yeah.
goodbye. Not that
Yeah.
that
No
show is
big.
ever like that anyway, because that show
That's
is not
true.
is not
I
True.
like.
guess it didn't help that it was
True.
like the series finales. They had a lot to close off there in 45 minutes, I
It was
guess,
just
but
kind of like
Yeah,
still, but
people just
still.
had to be
that's my girl. Like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then did your
Yeah.
mom give you any like advice on the musical episode since she was a singer?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not classically trained in any way, shape, or form. I can hold a tune, you
Hmm.
know, I maybe have some nice tone. Maybe. I don't know. I've never asked pointedly, like, how's my tone? Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, um, but I had some straight up bangers, they gave me some really fun stuff to do. That was just really fun to
Yeah.
shoot,
It
it was
it
just
looked
it was just
fun.
it was a really good time. My daughter hasn't seen Buffy, but she has seen that particular episode, and she was
Okay.
very upset that I was laying in bed in lingerie with another
Oh,
guy.
with
She's like,
another man.
"What are
Oh,
you? Where's
Oh
Dad?" I'm
my
like,
I
God.
didn't even think
"Oh,
about that. Yeah.
oh, right."
Yeah, we have some explaining to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, granted, that was a couple of years ago, so maybe
Okay.
now she'd be like, "Oh, it's
She'd get
acting."
it.
She'd say,
Yeah,
"I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
she'd
it's
get
that.
not
it.
real.
Yeah.
That's fake." Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have Dad, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
it's
Like
fake.
everything's
Just
good.
just
We're
checking
good.
in.
Just
Mhm.
checking in. Um, Yeah, that's wild. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your daughter, we want to let you get back to
Yes.
her.
Yeah. Sorry we
We've
took up
taken
so
way too
much of
much
your
of your
time.
time. Yeah.
Like I said, just such a dream come true to get to speak with you and hear all your stories. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're
Thank you for your
welcome.
time.
Thank you so much
Thank you, Emma. It was
again.
so nice to
You
meet you.
guys, nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.